Barry Lawrence. One of the toughest and most competitive players ever, Lawrence enjoyed a long and outstanding career in Tasmania and Victoria.
He was always a terrific footballer. He, pound for pound, he was probably as good as anybody, and he had enormous strength. He wasn't great in height, and like myself, we weren't still gift runners, but he made up for it with just sheer strength. I mean, he was a very, very difficult opponent.
At just 20, he was a member of Tasmania's 1966 Carnival squad, winning the Hex Smith Medal for the best and fairest player in the NTFA the same year. It was inevitable that he would leave for Victoria, and in 1969 he commenced an 8-season career with St Kilda.
He's a superstar player, Barry Lawrence, and it was always good to get out of St Kilda alive, I can tell you that. He fixed everybody up. I reckon that Lawrence used to ring up the hospital and make sure there's an ambulance for the opposition team every time he played. That's the way I thought about him anyway, but look, you know, and of course, just another one of the great Tasmanian players.
The clash between Lawrence and Peter Hudson in the 1971 VFL Grand Final will be long remembered as one of the classic Grand Final contests of all. On the day, Lawrence restricting Hutto to just 3 goals, denying him the opportunity to break the VFL goal-kicking record of 150 goals in a season.
The irony of it was that we'd been mates, and we'd been teammates and opponents for such a long time, and there I was with an opportunity to break the record, kick 151 goals, and I kick into the man on the mark, and guess who the man on the mark was? Barry Lawrence. I still reckon, and I'll only say this privately, I hope it doesn't get out, but I still think he might have just gone over the mark slightly. Of course, he wouldn't say that, but one of these days over a beer, we might agree to disagree.
Lawrence and Hudson were not only both champions, they were great mates.
In a twisted sort of way, if I had to kick into anybody on the mark, I suppose in a way I'm glad it was Barry, because we did have such a long history together, and I really, and I'm not just saying this, but I really admired Barry, because I reckon he got every ounce out of his ability that he possibly could. He was a very, very good footballer, a very dedicated footballer.
Lawrence was an outstanding leader, captaining St Kilda in 1974 and 75, and one of the few to have captained both Tasmania and Victoria.